Reactions as new photos of APC presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu surfaces online. The presidential candidate of the APC, Bola Tinubu, was on Friday present at the mosque to observe the Jumat prayers as stipulated by his religion as a Muslim. A few hours ago, Bola Ahmed Tinubu shared photos of himself at the mosque, and the photos stirred several reactions from his fans, followers, and supporters. The new pictures of Bola Ahmed Tinubu observing prayers while at the mosque were shared on his verified Instagram account. Furthermore, Bola Ahmed was present at the mosque with his running mate Kashim Shettima, who is also a Muslim, and other top personalities. However, the Juma is considered as the holiest day of the week for Muslims, on which special congregational prayers are offered. Therefore, it is usual to see Bola Ahmed present in the mosque to observe the prayers. Meanwhile, as soon as the photos of Bola Ahmed Tinubu surfaced online, several fans and supporters took to the comment section to hail him, and some were also full of praise for him. Well, I mean, of course it is expected, and it's funny because he's going to the mosque with his running mate Kashim Shettima. Again, it's not shocking. I mean, you're not going to expect anything else from them. I mean, both of them are Muslims, vice president and president of their party, well, candidate of their party, and again, Muslim ticket, right? This, of course, stirs up conversation on the Muslim ticket, and really, it's a conversation that is getting very boring at this point. It's getting repetitive and very much unproductive. Really, we're not really listening to ideas or anything else about other candidates, but just their Muslim ticket. What a waste of time. But anyways, it's still, gained a lot of reactions. People are commenting, well, of course, from his supporters, with hearts, with different words of encouragement, and what can you say? I mean, this is who they support, right? So yeah, he's going there to pray, and it's funny because it's a different thing if we saw pictures of him and Kashim Shettima if they were in a less crowded mosque, and obviously maybe it's part of their campaign or whatever. I mean, they're going to pray, yes, they're not going to take anything away from that, but it's just the pictures that we've seen. Him in the mosque, very crowded. I mean, I don't think there's even space to move. And also outside, he's right in his car with people surrounding him, and obviously him waving his hands. And, we have literally a sea of people surrounding his car, just hailing him. And I'm like, okay, are you there to worship Tinubu himself, or you're actually there for another purpose? The purpose as to your identity and what you do in your religion, right? But I mean, Muslim ticket, they went to the mosque together to pray together. I mean, what else could you ask for? If it is Obi in the church, you will term it politics, but this one is just Jumat hypocrites. Well, we've seen that. This man is actually using Muslim faith to canvass for his votes. Well, it is what it is. I mean, again, if that's the tactic and the strategy that they want to use, understanding that for them it's all about a game of numbers and they know where they want to get their numbers from, then we have already seen that. I mean, there is no way he would use this technique and try to go and please Southern Christians. For what? It's not going to happen. So he knows where his target market is, and unfortunately for him, everyone is interpreted as literally, would you say snobbing or just cutting off relevance and importance of the whole population? That could also very much help your career as well, because you're not just here to serve Muslims. Well, City Boy, keep it up. I thought he was smuggled out of the country dressed as a masquerade for medical checkup. Ooh. This man is so old. They claimed he cannot bend to do his prayers but sit. Oh wow, today Baba has chosen not to use the chair. I mean, that's a whole other question. Now it's funny because, as I said, if they had put a photo of himself and Kashim Shettima, obviously Friday prayers at congregation, we get it, but if they really wanted to show their commitment to their faith or whatever, they didn't have to put a picture of people around them. It's just, you lose the point of the fact of why you're in the mosque in the first place. So yes, I was thinking if they could, show him kneeling down doing whatever, then we'll say, okay, fine, the guy is praying on his own, fine. And then this comment just comes to, put back in reality, this man is old. And there are rumors saying that, he couldn't bend to do his prayers. So what does that even say? Everything about Tinubu is fake credentials and origin. If you begin to change your blood every day, you are old and sick. You cannot change nature, but you can cheat nature. Okay, I'm not sure if that makes sense. If you're looking for a vote, or are you looking for a vote in a mosque, or you went to pray? Exactly. I mean, if you really wanted to show and I guess, yeah, use your faith and get people on your faith to support you, that's your prerogative. If you want to use that, that's fine. But if you are just shown yourself an image of you praying in a mosque with your running mates, that enough already sells the idea. We already know. But it's not it doesn't then make you look good, because it seems like you're using your faith to get votes. Because really, why is there such a flood of people around you? For whatever reason. And then you have a Muslim ticket that's what your party is vying for the presidential seat. So Nigerians are not, we know when 2 + 2 equals 4. May God actually accept your prayers, okay? And if it will be in the church, people will criticize. People will talk at the end of the day. But, Tinubu has just made such desperate moves. The desperation is so real. Listen, that's why with Tinubu, it should be that the idea of him going to look for votes is more valid with him, because he has been so desperate. I mean, the moves he's made is just very desperate. It's freaking desperation. I mean, from primaries to this Muslim ticket to renting fake bishops to Shettima trying to prove that the person he helped was Igbo and he's raised his life. I mean, you can smell the desperation more in APC. So anything that they do is already questionable from the jump. You're just so what is the reason why? What is the reason why? And you could literally sense that Peter Obi's popularity and how that was so widespread. You can really sense that it was really affecting the APC, because if anything, they became a side topic, and when it came to the conversation, or when they were added to the conversation, it was more like they were surrounding Peter Obi and Labour Party, and were just side pieces to the conversation. That must have hurt real bad. And to think they must have spent so much money, put in so many resources to get less the results that Peter Obi had, must be painful. But what I think, and don't forget to like and subscribe.